Welcome to 100 Year Health, the channel all about understanding your body, healthy living, and the science behind everyday health questions. Have you ever been lying in bed, just about to drift off, when suddenly your leg jerks or twitches for no reason? Sometimes it's a small little jump, but other times it can be a big movement, strong enough to feel like your whole leg kicked out. For most people, this happens right at that moment between being awake and falling asleep. It can feel pretty strange, maybe even wake you back up, and you might start wondering if something is wrong with your muscles or your nerves. The good news is, in most cases, these sudden leg twitches are a completely normal part of your body's transition into sleep. To understand why it happens, we need to look at what your brain and nervous system are doing as you fall asleep. Throughout the day, your brain is constantly firing off signals to your muscles, allowing you to move, stand, walk, and react to everything around you. Even when you're just sitting still, your muscles stay slightly active because your nervous system is always working to maintain your posture and muscle tone. But when you start to fall asleep, your body begins preparing for a totally different state. Your breathing slows down, your heart rate drops, and your muscles start to relax. This relaxation is controlled by your nervous system as it shifts from an active, alert mode into a resting one. During this transition, the communication between your brain and your muscles starts to change. Sometimes, the brain might accidentally send out an unexpected signal to a muscle group just before you fully enter sleep. When that signal hits the muscle, it causes a quick, sudden contraction. That contraction is what you experience as a twitch or a jerk. Scientists call these movements sleep starts or hypnic jerks, and they are incredibly common, happening to people of all ages. They usually occur right as you're entering the very first stage of sleep. At this point, your brain is shifting its activity patterns while your muscles are trying to relax. Because this transition happens so quickly, the nervous system can sometimes misfire, sending a signal that makes a muscle jump, and it just so happens that the legs are one of the most common places for this to occur. So why the legs? Let's dive a little deeper into how your muscles and nerves communicate during the early stages of sleep. As your body gets ready for sleep, your brain gradually changes how it controls your muscles. During the day, it maintains steady control so you can move smoothly. But as sleep begins, this control shifts. Your brain starts to reduce muscle activity so your body can fully relax, recover, and conserve energy for the next day. This relaxation is crucial for entering the deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. However, this handover from wakefulness to sleep isn't always a perfectly smooth process. Your brain is juggling multiple systems at once. Your breathing is changing, your heart rate is slowing, and muscle tension is decreasing. At the same time, your brain is switching from the alert brainwave patterns of daytime to the slower patterns associated with sleep. With so much changing all at once, it's easy for the nervous system to send a sudden, rogue signal to a muscle group. When that signal reaches the large muscles in your leg, it can cause a quick and unexpected contraction. This is the twitch or jerk you feel just as you're drifting off. Sometimes, these movements are accompanied by a brief sensation of falling, or a sudden feeling that you need to catch yourself. Researchers believe this might happen because your brain misinterprets the rapid relaxation of your muscles as a sign that your body is losing its balance. In a split-second reaction, it tries to stabilize you by briefly activating your muscles. This whole event happens incredibly fast, usually lasting only a fraction of a second. Another reason leg twitches happen involves the way nerves talk to muscle fibers. Your muscles are controlled by motor neurons, which are specialized nerve cells that carry signals from your brain and spinal cord. When a motor neuron fires, the muscle fibers it's connected to will contract. During the early stages of sleep, the activity of these motor neurons starts to decrease as your body relaxes. However, if one of these neurons fires unexpectedly during this transition, the muscle fibers it controls will contract suddenly. Since your leg muscles are some of the largest in your body, their contractions often feel much stronger and more noticeable than small twitches in other places. For most people, these movements are completely harmless. They're just a sign of how incredibly complex the process of falling asleep really is. But there are also several everyday factors that can make these leg twitches more likely to happen. Although hypnic jerks are very common, certain things in your daily life can make them occur more often. One of the biggest factors is fatigue. When you're really tired, your nervous system can become a bit more sensitive. After a long day of physical or mental activity, your brain might struggle to make a smooth transition into sleep. During this time, small bursts of nerve activity can happen as your brain shifts from being alert to being at rest. These bursts can trigger those sudden muscle contractions that you feel as leg twitches. Stress can also play a major role. When you're feeling stressed or anxious, your nervous system is on high alert. Stress hormones increase your responsiveness and keep your body ready for action. Even when you lie down to sleep, your brain might still be busy processing thoughts and maintaining a higher level of activity. This heightened state can increase the likelihood of sudden muscle movements as you try to fall asleep. Caffeine and other stimulants are another common culprit. Caffeine stimulates your nervous system and can stay active in your body for hours. If you drink coffee, tea, or an energy drink late in the day, it can increase your nerve activity well into the evening. This can make muscle twitches more noticeable as your body is attempting to relax and wind down for the night. Finally, physical activity can have an effect. After an intense workout, your muscles might remain slightly activated as they recover and repair themselves. Your nervous system is still communicating with these muscles, and this ongoing process can sometimes produce small, involuntary movements while you're trying to sleep. For most of us, these twitches only happen occasionally and are just part of the body's natural process of transitioning into rest. Your body is a finely tuned machine, constantly adjusting and balancing all of its internal systems. Sleep isn't like flipping a switch. It's a gradual process where your brain, nerves, muscles, and circulation all shift into a different mode. Small signals like muscle twitches are often just a reflection of how all these systems interact during that complex transition. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy learning about the human body and the science behind everyday health, make sure to follow our channel for more videos like this one. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and share it with someone who might find it useful too. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional for any medical concerns. Stay healthy, take care of your body, and we'll see you in the next video.